Um, so this is a quick little video answering the question of like, oh, I've tried meditation and qigong. Like, why don't I have magic powers? None of it's real. So your angle of attack is like super important. So you can do the exact same thing, and if your orientation to the medium isn't correct, or if the shape that you have isn't correct, like what if you were just a stick here, right? Like if you wanted to make vortexes in the water and you're not flat, right? Like totally different behavior through the exact same medium. So as your mind moves through mind, like as your thoughts move through itself, there's like an angle of orientation, and there's like also a speed. So people, the faster you go, obviously like the more it's gonna like push off of it, right? Like if you push harder to an extent, but right, just totally different behavior. Right, if they do the exact same path. The reality behaves completely differently. So like the shape of your mind, like the shape of your thoughts determines how your mind moves through itself, and so your interaction with that mind can change as radically as you see here. And it's relatively like that's a big change, right? That's happening all the way down. So if you're like, so when this thing is making a vortice, that's when its drag or when its catch is at maximum. So you have one art of being like, oh, what's the art of making vortices? And you know, as you study the object going through the water, you can learn how to like make certain stuff. Then you could get focused on the goal of like moving the kayak through the water. Right, so like when you meditate or you do your stuff, that's like you're kind of either changing the direction of your mind so that it does this instead of this, or you're looking at the effect that you have on the water or the medium that your mind is in, and so you're seeing like what does it do, how does it connect to it. And then you can see like, oh yeah, there's this vortex thing. Right? Like if you go too deep, no vortexes, right? If you go too shallow, also no vortexes. So it's like right here, does this phenomena happen? And is that good, bad, otherwise? I don't know. What's the drag profile of something like going so deep that it leaves no pattern versus the drag profile of something, you know, on the surface? Right. These patterns, like the way that you think, is having this effect on your immediate experience of your consciousness. This may be analogical or not, like what I'm showing with the paddle, but at very least it's analogical. And so if you haven't gotten very far in any particular activity, it's because of something like this. right? And if it's because of something like this, it's just because you're not really paying attention to what's happening, right? It's almost like kayaking. You're kayaking without looking at what the paddle is doing, right? And looking at and understanding what the paddle is doing, which is your immediate connection to reality, is kind of a different skill than kayaking. So you can get good at this, and then you could do kayaking, and that would be like your paddle feel, or people would see that as your talent as you did all the kayak training. Kayaking whatever number of yards at whatever percentage of effort, right? You're going to be doing that with whatever it is that's going on where the paddle meets the water. Right, and if you never look there, your paddle might be meeting the water like this, which is good for some things. Right? That's a totally different game. It's not like one of these is right or wrong, but there's just totally different games. And so at that deep, deep foundational level of how your mind behaves, the way that you orient or change your thinking will shift your reality as much as that shifts reality. And it's crap like that makes it, that's why Moo doesn't. What? Yeah.